Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to Woodstock High School for this in-county rivalry game and region game between the Warriors of Cherokee High School and Woodstock Wolverines. We're going to have the preliminary games, just this pregame talk in just a moment, but we're going to have the national anthem, and we'll get as far as we can with the pregame, and then we'll take a break for the national anthem. After 5 games of what most coaches will refer to as the preseason, Cherokee High School and Woodstock gets ready for what you can say is, hey, the real season. 5 straight region games, which will determine if you're going to go to the playoffs or staying home. Whether the playoff games are going to be home, they're going to be away. 2 games are on the road, and 3 games are at home for Cherokee. And for Cherokee and Woodstock, it all starts tonight. So buckle up, and we'll see what will happen tonight. Coach Troy Huff has a young team as the Wolverines as they rebuild. But one thing for sure, we will see our air raid attack against the Warriors with junior quarterback Dan Cano, distributing the football to some talented receivers and playmakers. You're watching SteveMajorSports.com/live, along with my broadcast partner Chuck Chambers and a cameraman Jay Speaks. We welcome you to the broadcast.
Well, it's a great night over here, Steve. This weather is perfect for football. This is incredible. Overcast, a little overcast tonight, but this temperature is awesome.
You know, as we were going to early August, the temperatures were so hot, and I think Cherokee had their Kell tournament game. I think it was over 100 and some degrees on the field. But now, as you said, the sun is down. Good fall weather as we broke into fall here. So we should have an exciting night. And both teams want to get off to a good start tonight, Chuck.
Like you mentioned, it's region play. This is where everything starts. I would think we're battle tested after the gauntlet we just ran. Cartersville, Rome, everything seemed like we're road warriors. We've been on the road for 3 weeks, but I think these Cherokee Warriors are ready, and it's going to be a tough battle tonight, like you mentioned. It's going to be a tough battle. Woodstock Wolverines, they're trying to prove a point that they hadn't had a lot of success so far this season, but they would love to start one tonight and get their first region win.
Well, this reminds me to the last game of last season, where there was a big upset last year.
It was. We thought we were going to host a game last year, and we went into the game and took care of our business, but we failed to take care of our business earlier in the season, and that's what cost us hosting the first playoff game. So I want to finish in those top 2 spots this year and host the playoff game at Cherokee, and tonight starts the trek to make that happen.
Well, anytime these 2 teams get together, of course, it's a big rivalry game. The Cherokee side is filling up. We got the band over here. They won't be on the turf at halftime, but we're going to be hearing them. We're not too far away from them. And the color guard is entering the field, and we're going to have the national anthem in just a few moments. Their color guard is coming off the field here at Woodstock High School. Band playing the national anthem. I want to thank you for watching tonight.
Steve, before you go into the sponsors, I want to give a shout out to these ROTC members. I don't think they give enough credit. You know, high school, there's a lot of popularity things here and there, and I'm sure this is not the most popular thing to do, but I want to give a shout out to these young men and women for joining this organization. These are our future warriors of America.
Absolutely.
So it's a big deal to me, and I really appreciate everybody that's associated with that program.
Thank you, Chuck. That's a great comment. Sponsors for the pregame is Canton Tire and Wheel, Green Heating and Cooling Incorporated, Georgia Physical Therapy, Northside Hospital Orthopedic Institute, the Wallace Financial Group, Daniel Lawson Pest Control, Schottenkirk Ford of Jasper, Fast Signs of Canton, Greg Elwell Family Dentistry, Latimer Construction Company, and Xerox Photography. We're going to let Chuck go ahead and talk about the keys of the game and also some players to look out for Cherokee and for Woodstock.
Well, the key tonight, Steve, as in most games, is the line of scrimmage. You know, we haven't given up a lot of sacks this season, but it'll be a big test for the Warriors tonight to hold that line of scrimmage. I see Cherokee coming out looking to pass the ball tonight, establishing that passing game. You know, A.J. Swan, our senior quarterback, is already signed with University of Maryland, so he's going to play Division I. So I look for him to distribute the ball and get downfield tonight, and hopefully these Warriors can put a bunch of points on the board. And on defense, you know, we call his name a lot, number 14, Tyler Goddard. I think he heads up the linebacker core. He's really been playing good, and I look for him to make a bunch of plays and get to the quarterback tonight, along with Toby Thompson, number 4, the big defensive lineman. He's been playing excellent. The coach mentioned him, pointed him out in the coach's show, how good he's been playing, because he's been going on both sides of the ball since the first game of the season. So I look for him to have a big game and get a lot of pressure on the quarterback.
In just a moment, Chuck's going to cover the offensive and defensive starting lineups for the Cherokee Warriors, but also make a comment here about Coach Hoff's offense. Dan Camo, the junior quarterback, he can really pass the ball. He's got a lot of talented receivers out there. In number 4, Miles Barnell. Number 11, a senior, Alex Hendricks. Number 18, a senior, Brady Williams. And then, of course, you got the running back, number 6, Preston Lawrence. So I expect to see them putting the ball in the air a lot, and Cherokee's defense is going to have to be playing really well tonight.
Dan showed us what he could do last year. He put up about 250 yards passing on us. Cherokee pulled away at the end, but he's definitely got a nice arm. He's got escapability. He can get out of the pocket, run with it. So we're going to have to definitely keep an eye on him. And these receivers, they've been playing really well. So I look for them to try to establish their passing game also tonight.
So Chuck will have the starting lineups for the Cherokee Warriors on offense and defense.
Steve, before we go into the Cherokee lineups, we want to give out the Unsung Player of the Week for the Cartersville game. It was a tough battle over there in Cartersville. I like to look for the players who they don't really get in the stat book much. You know, they do the little things like I've mentioned earlier in the season. They do the little things, whatever it takes to help their team. And last week's recipient of the Unsung Player of the Week is Toby Thompson. You know, Toby Thompson, like I just mentioned, plays on both sides of the football. But last week they had him in at fullback. They had him in at tight end. He did an incredible job blocking. You know, Cartersville was a huge defensive line, but he opened up the hose for our running game and kept the attack off of A.J., let him get rid of the ball. So last week's Unsung Player of the game is number 4, senior Toby Thompson.
Congratulations to Toby Thompson for being the unsung hero against Cartersville.
Your starters for Cherokee Warriors tonight on offense, starting with the offensive line, is number 67, left tackle, Ryan Chanley. Number 63, left guard, Asher Allred. The center is number 61, senior Ben Rice. At right guards, number 72, a senior Colt Childers. And at right tackles, number 62, Le'Veon Naismith. Wide receivers are starters number 5, a senior Caleb Richardson. Number 6, a senior Adam Fullen. Number 2, Aiden Moore. And number 8, a junior Peyton Butler. Starting at running back is number 25, junior Zai Johnson. And your quarterback for your Cherokee Warriors is number 10, A.J. Swan. Your defensive starters, starting at the nose tackle, is number 97, J.T. Thomas. Left guard is number 4, Toby Thompson. And number 30,